Hey everybody, CVH here, and today we'll be doing some gameplay on the ladder with this Mimic Archer list that you can see on screen. So I didn't play with Illusory Mimic for a long time before this video, but I did notice Bradford Lee recently streaming a mid-range Mimic Archer list that made me kind of want to revisit it post Fall of the Dark Brotherhood. If you're unfamiliar with the concept, I did make some changes from his build, but the concept remains the same. The basic concept is a more aggressive mid-range Archer list with a bunch of creatures that contain keywords, so we can take advantage of Illusory Mimic, which I was having a hard time hovering over, so I'm going to re-enter the deck screen, and it did fix itself. Good. On summon, it gains the keywords of the top 3 cards of your deck, so if they're creatures with charge, particularly, that's what we're going for. We want to maximize the number of charge creatures to end the game quickly and have all of that burst damage from hand. And then we have things like Drain and Guard and Lethal, which can be icing on the cake in certain situations. So I haven't really played this deck for a while. I did a little bit of testing before this video, but let's queue up some games and see how it goes. Let's see what kind of warrior deck our first opponent's playing. We will ship all of this, try to get a 2-drop without the ring. Maybe not our ideal turn 2 and turn 3 plays, but at least we have them.
You won't escape alive.
Now we could actually get a really good trade on that if he doesn't have Stone Shard Orc, which would be very unfortunate for us. Let's just hope he doesn't have it. We don't really have any other options at all. Stone Shard is horrible for us. Anything else is reasonable.
I'm ready for anything. Gore and glory.
Bit of an interesting trade there, or lack thereof.
Chaos take you.
We can use this to get a lot of drain, hopefully, by sticking it over here protected.
Close ranks. Let nothing through. Gore and glory.
It's gonna really try to race. Could stick Garneg in the left and start trading with things, or just play Werebat in the right, but of course if he draws into one of the Stone Shard Orcs, could be a liability. Werebat does look strong here though, and Stone Shard really is the only good answer I can see. You know what, I think I'm gonna do it. We'll wait to break that rune though.
We stand united. Gore and glory. Honor and blood.
Now Cliff Racer could go over there and actually double trade. We can attack the 3-2 now, and then next turn he'll have to trade into it or we'll get another trade. But first let's do our attacks. Alright, that went well. Do we even want to consider full racing? The game down to 15. We could potentially set up lethal, but it's a little risky, I think. We'd have to go in for the full 5 damage. He'd be at 15. Then we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 15 the next turn. But he has to not kill anything. I think the trade makes more sense. We have a lot more reach in our hand and in the deck, so I'm not too worried about using Cliff Racer for this purpose.
Come at me. Gore and glory.
Does he have Ring Rapid Shot?
Will pay the blood.
Oh wow, I guess not. Well, I say let's do a bit of clearing with the Vigilante.
There's nowhere they can hide.
We could Shadow Shift the Bat over. Or we could go face with everything and Shadow Shift the Cliff Racer over and just try to kill him next turn. I think I like that the most.
Chaos take you. The longer the odds, the sweeter the...
Oh, that's a huge Dragon Tail savior. not gonna be quite good enough.
Come at me.
The power of Drain. Attack of the Bats.
We stand united.
And we're still at above 20 life after all of those attacks. Another warrior.
You won't escape alive.
This seems familiar. This seems a little familiar. It's in the other lane, but it seems very familiar. Alright, no stone shard with the ring. How lucky can we be today?
You get one
Less
shot.
lucky this time.
Good.
Feels bad.
End of the road.
Slayer could force a trade, but if he has another one of these, it one-shots it, and that sucks so much. That would be just horrible. I think I'll just play the Cultist.
Tawaka watches over me. Band together, Orcs. Scale and stone. End of the road. A dark omen for you.
Breaking through that thing is really annoying.
Scale and stone.
Doesn't have any great trades.
Taste.
Alright, looks like he doesn't have Bankrai, Butcher, or Woodork Headhunter, right?
Do not fear me, mortal.
It's definitely a good sign. I mean, Sower Revenge on a clear board is really powerful, but it's a good sign that he doesn't have one of the Orc Synergy cards here. Yeah, I think I just want to play Werebat. Should be safe this turn. If he plays a guard, we can Cliff Racer over it or something like that. And try to neutralize some of this incoming damage, because there will probably be a lot incoming. Hopefully we can find a Belligerent Giant in a couple turns. Viper is reasonable.
Band together, Orcs. You get one shot.
Oh, jeez.
Good.
It's so horrible. Alright, we have to Viper. Give me something good, game. Oh, jeez. Yeah, racing is completely out of the question now, with our Drain dead and so much damage taken. So we just have to use Clippers to trade with one of these.
I'm ready for anything. Taste of my power.
This is when you really want to be playing the Cursed Skaven version of the deck instead of the Mimic version of the deck.
I'm ready for anything.
Could actually interfere with my plays next turn, but it does trade better.
We
It's more
must
important.
protect the Night Mother. Taste of my power. Steel and stone. Their defenses will crumble.
We can handle that by
Not
itself.
suffer your presence.
We can barely survive on board.
No one gets through.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Could really use a Mimic to roll Drain, Charge, and Guard. That would be ideal. The first priority is not dying, which just means hoping that he doesn't have more damage. Alright, that's almost enough. If we hadn't done the bat play, we would be dead. Yep. Please don't have one more point of damage.
Just give me a name. The day is mine.
This should be good.
Okay, so we're not dead. That's good. Step 1 complete. I really don't want to give him more cards, which sucks because that means taking unfavorable trades and losing my whole board.
No one gets through.
It's nothing personal.
I just can't give him the extra cards here.
The day is mine. There's nowhere they can hide.
Fortunately, I can do this to take over the field lane if he plays anything there. Now he'll just play whatever in the shadow lane. I mean, he only needs one more point of damage. So he'd be developing in the shadow lane regardless, but then we won't be able to trade. But then we can giant whatever back. We need a top deck Mimic with Charge and Drain. Alright. It's not Mimic with Charge and Drain. Double Cliff Racer is the most efficient use of my Magicka, but we can't really attack here. I guess it's still fine. Just play them both. I don't think the contracts would really be doing much for us, at least the 4/4s trade better. What could he be drawing that's not playable here? Maybe he holds on to a 2-drop Orc to activate Wood Orc Headhunters, because he hasn't seen any of those yet. He'd obviously cycle with Rapid Chat. Alright, Charge, Drain, and Guard. I'd like to guard the Shadow Lane. I'll take Guard. Jesus, that was horrible.
Just give me a name.
I'm gonna try to 2-turn him. I'll probably lose.
This should be good. It has been an engaging hunt. A fine display. The heat is done for.
We can only wait so long in a deck with no actual healing effects. Well, that's it for some games with mid-range Mimic Archer. Hopefully you've enjoyed getting to see it win and lose against some Orc Warrior. It definitely shows the power of Drain creatures as well as the power of Stone Shard Orc, which really made Orcs come together in the meta. So if you've enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, feel free to subscribe to the channel, and follow my stream in the description below for some daily Legend streams. And I'll see you guys next time.